Hello and welcome to our Pinnacle Cart tutorials. In this tutorial we are going to cover adding a product to the cart and go over the main fields as well as what the different fields are, as it can be a bit confusing and overwhelming if you aren't familiar with adding products to a shopping cart or familiar with using a shopping cart, especially with Pinnacle Cart because it is very feature rich. There are a lot of additional fields in there that may not have been in a previous cart that you used. So what we are going to do is we're going to navigate to products and categories and then add a new product. And this is going to bring us to the main tab of the product details. So in here we need to start with a name. I'm using a demo cart with computer products, so I'm just going to call it computer desktop. And I got to give it an ID. So your product IDs need to be unique. They need to be lowercase with no spaces. This is the optimal way for it to work. If you do need to leave a space, you can always use a hyphen. So I could call this comp hyphen 123. Then I need to give this particular computer price. So I'm going to say it's $12.99. You do have an option here for call for price. So if you wanted to list the product but not actually list the price, you could check mark this box and it will list the product without any pricing, and it will give them instructions to call you. They will also not be able to purchase this product because there is no price associated with it. I then need to select a category, so I'm going to say this is an HP, but if this for instance also happen to apply to Sony, I could put it under there as well. You can choose as many secondary categories as you want, so I could put it in all of these, I could put it in one. This way you can have one product show up in all of the applicable categories it belongs in without having to replicate it over and over. This product is available, so I do want to check mark this, but if at some point in time you're not carrying this product anymore, you could uncheck this box, still keep it within your back end that you have access to it, but it's not actually live on the front of your site. I do need to assign a photo, so I'm going to assign my photo. And then you have all of these different boxes. So the quick overview is up to 90 characters and will only display on a category level page if you've got a category style that allows the overview. Typically that would be when you're here at a category level. In this particular category view, which is flexible, it's not there. One that does offer it is the 2-column box. So depending on which category option you have, this would be your overview right here. It may or may not show up. So you do have an option. If you have a category option that doesn't use overview, you can leave that blank. In here you would put your product description. So if you have some information about that particular product, this is where you would put it. You can click on the pencil icon on the right, which gives you the what you see is what you get editor. We do have another tutorial that explains how to edit and use this features to decorate your text, add more photos, add pictures, add links. What you can also do is go down here and add an alt tag for your actual image for the product. You can also change the way in which it zooms. So if somebody goes over it with their mouse, right now they click it to enlarge it, but you could also do this with which would be a shadow box effect. The magnify uses like a little magnify circle over the image. Zoom puts in a square, zooms in over that picture. So you do have options to change that. Primary image URL probably won't apply here unless you're going to pull that photo from a manufacturer's website. You could put the actual URL here at links to that particular photo. Additional settings in here, if you have to have a separate SKU for internal tracking, if it's got a UPC number, these basically allow you options to have other tracking numbers to track this product. So if you're getting it from a drop shipper, if you're getting it from a manufacturer, you need the US UPC code, but you need their number, but you also have your own personal number. You have all these different options in here to track. Under product properties, you can put in your cost. So what this does is it allows you to see what your cost is, then what your regular price is. You also have the option to put the item on sale. When you do put an item on sale, it will look like this right here. So it will have the regular price lined out and have the other price in red below it. You can also assign it the tax class. In this case, general would be the right one. You probably don't want to change this. because it will, unless you have different tax levels from a drop shipping perspective. Otherwise, you really shouldn't need to change this. You can offer free shipping on the product. So if you check mark that, this item will ship for free. Usually you can use that. It's good for any kind of promotions. If you want to say this item ships for free, it will apply to all shipping, international and local. You do need to assign it a weight if you're using any of the live rates from UPS, FedEx, USPS, Canada Post. There needs to be a weight assigned here. Otherwise, those live rates will not work, and the person buying this item and trying to check out will not be able to check out. So it is very important. So in this case, I'm going to put in a weight of 10 pounds. If you have a Canadian cart, you do have the option of setting this up in kilos, as well if you're in Australia or the UK. The shipping price, if you wanted to assign a flat shipping fee of $5, $10, $20, anywhere, and again, it will be local and international, you can do that. If the item is a case pack, you can note how many items are in a case. You can also require people to purchase a minimum of so many items before they can actually check out. So if you have a minimum order of 10, you could put that in here and say you need to buy 10. You do have the option to put in the package sizes in here. This again helps with the live shipping rates to make sure that your shipping rates are accurate. You also have the option to mark it as a hot deal, which should put a little hot deal icon like this one right here. And then you also have the option of featuring that particular product on the home page. Again, if you have a custom layout, a custom design, you may or may not have room for products to show up there. So this again would apply with the type of template that you're using. The last box would be your SEO properties. If you're doing your own SEO, you could certainly put in here a title, a description, and your keywords. You could also create your own custom URL. If you don't fill in any of these values, the cart will automatically fill these in based on the product name. So the URL will become the product name, and the title will be the product name, and the description will pull from your description on your page. Once you're done, you click Save Changes, and your product is added and now live on the cart. You can obviously go back and go back in, because there are many other features, as we can see along here at the top, which we will cover in other tutorials, that you can obviously go back in and fill attributes. If you're tracking inventory, you want to add more photos, that kind of thing.